afternoon. Welcome to another episode of, let me pause that. Hey, welcome to another episode of Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Hi, everybody. Long time no see.
You like my teeth?
I loved your teeth. That was awesome.
Hello. One of the best things I've ever thrifted. Hello.
I almost had to run.
$2.99.
Oh, I know. I see that.
What's going on, Mama? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, except we've had snow all day here. It's been really bad. In fact, this pertains to the thrifting. Dad and I are getting ready to leave this morning to go to this little tiny flea market we go to every Sunday. And we get in the car and pull out the drive, and the snow all of a sudden comes down. It's a whiteout, a total whiteout. We're sitting at the end of our driveway. We couldn't see our neighbors right across the street. We couldn't see their mailboxes. We couldn't see a darn thing. And we just sat there until it let up. I mean, I've never really sat through quite a whiteout like that. And we've had them off and on about 3 or 4 times today. So we've got about 6 inches out there right now. Fun.
Is your computer connected to everything, or can you turn it a little bit so we can see out the window?
It's dark now, so you won't see anything.
Okay. Yeah. So here, just for shits and grins, I'll show you what my view is right now. Oh, look at that. Look how gorgeous it is out there.
If it was daylight, I would turn it. You'd see everything totally white. I mean, all our trees are covered in everything. So
it's a nice 60 degrees. It's warm out, blue skies.
Yeah, we had our 60s, a week ago? And the rest of February so far looks pretty bad. So I think we're in for some cold. Time for Mom to take a vacation.
Come on out.
I know.
I need help. I need help, Mom. Come on out. I need help for my mommy.
What do you need me to do?
I'll fly out here. Come on out for a week.
All right, we might do that.
All right, we'll do a show together.
Oh, that'd be fun. All right, I'll look at my calendar and we'll check some things out.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, why are we here today, Ma?
Well, we're going to try and help everybody to do better pictures and better titles when they're selling today.
Yeah, we'll talk pictures a little bit, but today's about titles.
Mainly titles. But I have a couple stories before we get into all that. So I'm going to start off with a cute little story that happened with some comments from my buyer. I was selling this Casio right here calculator. It's an old timer. And when we packed it up, it was one of those times looking for a box, trying to fit it. And when we found the box that fit it, Jason, you'll understand this. The box on the outside was marked Nino's Cassettes, which is my brother who had passed away a few years ago. And in it are a bunch of his cassettes that belong to my son, Jason, that he will not take away from here.
I'll get them. I got liquor bottles, too. I'll get them.
And remember this, everybody. It'll be 5 years in February that my brother has passed, and I'm still holding on to these cassettes for my son.
All right. 5-year mark. I'll get it. I'll arrange.
So anyways, so the box was marked Nino's Cassettes. And when I went to ship the item to this fella, I looked at the shipping, and for some unknown reason, I had $18.75 on shipping. Now, how that amount got there, I don't know, because I didn't figure that this was going to, be that expensive to ship. So I was a little bit shocked, but the gentleman went ahead and paid. So I get this note from him, and he says, "Aloha, Peggy. I received pretty decorated eBay box today with Nino's Cassettes. Safe to assume calculator to arrive soon." So I'm thinking that he hasn't opened the box yet, and he thinks it's Nino's Cassettes. So I write him back and say, "Please look inside. I'm sure your calculator should be there." Not knowing he's pulling my leg. You know how gullible your mother is.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and soon after I shipped the item to him, I sent him a refund on some of the shipping because, it was just way too much money. So here's a nice note back from him. Again, he says, "Aloha, Peggy. Mahalo for packing the calculator so carefully and padded exactly as needed to ensure safe delivery. There was a flap on the box labeled Nino's Cassettes, so I thought I'd send back some aloha and humor. My wife and I also reuse as much as possible. We'll use the bubble wrap. However, the airbags will be recycled simply because we don't ship items very often. Sure beats opening a box of popcorn, though. Calculator arrived today safe and sound, working right out of the box. I took the liberty of changing out the splice cord on the calculator, received with the power cord from my old dead calculator. Works great. Also, mahalo for your honesty regarding postage costs and refunding the overcharge. Appreciated, though not expected. I assure you this new calculator will be lots of use this coming tax seasons. Warmest regards, And he says, P.S. I live on Maui and travel back and forth to family and clients. So there's my cute story. So you never know. So it's you refund when you really overcharge someone and send them back. I think it was like an $8 refund somewhere in that neighborhood. And but it was appreciated, and they appreciated my honesty. And I know we all make a few bucks usually on shipping, but that was just too much. I just didn't have a good conscience about that at all. So I thought that was a cute story to share.
Good job, Ma.
Yeah. Then one other thing I want to share before we actually get
here's the bonus lesson, and that is make sure when you, look, we all recycle boxes, and that's the kind of recycling you should definitely do. But if they're here, look, I'm shipping out this box tomorrow. Talk about not prepping, but what a prime example.
Yeah.
I got Sherry's berries for Christmas as a gift in this box. I'm not shipping berries or anything that is perishable, so I'm going to black out or cover over with priority stickers everywhere it says Sherry's berries, so no one thinks this is food along the way.
Yeah. Well,
so make sure you're always cleaning up your boxes in that, especially if you get a box that had hazardous material and you're now shipping non-hazardous material. Make sure you cross all that out.
For sure. But so I just thought that was
no Bisquick for those of you in my group. No Bisquick.
I saw that. That was yikes. You got to watch some of your recyclables, people. Not all of them are the best.
But I will. Hey, wait, hang on. Another little bonus tip: if you ever get Sherry's berries, this box is phenomenal. Do not get rid of it. I'm shipping 4 cocktail glasses, and because it's built with styrofoam on all 6 sides, so all I had to do was fill in the air pillows, and boom, I'm off and shipping.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice.
All right, there you go. Back to you now.
Okay, I want to share one more story before we get into helping everyone with their titles. Right after the holidays, right the first week of January, I just felt I had to do a sale because it was I've got such old stuff, and I thought I'm going to be bold, and I went ahead and did almost everything in my store at 50% off. Except a few of my buyer's killers and some of my other things that were, very valuable. So I went through the list. I have about 750 items in my store. So I went through my list and took out the ones I didn't want and sent that little sucker off to a 50% off sale. Well, in that 1 week, I did it for a week, everybody, and in the 1 week, I netted profit almost $1,600 and got rid of some really old stuff, as well as a few current things, which I didn't mind. It was nice to clear out. So consequently, this month, when we got 2 days left in this month, I'm pushing $3,000 profit this month because of that sale. Yeah. So, don't be afraid to do that. If you've got backlog of really old things and you think you should, try and give that one a whirl, I would recommend it because I might do this once a month, Jason, just to see how much I can clear out. So that's my goal. I think I might give it a shot again in February around Valentine's Day and do a Valentine's sale.
There you go.
Okay, so it was good for me.
And as the chat said, you go, Peggy. Whoa, way to clean house, Miss Peggy. And Christine loves your necklace. That's kind of hiding behind your shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, there's some Swarovski crystals that I love. So, mommy and her bling. Gotta have my bling.
Jeanette said, out with the old, in with the new. All right, so I'll get rid of my mom and get a younger co-host.
I love it.
A spry 62-year-old.
Yeah, thanks.
and yes, David Euling, 50% off, 50.
Yep, it was 50%. And Dad and I were so busy, and we had to take trips to the post office because we were selling some big things along the way, and they couldn't believe the amount of packages that we were walking in with almost every day. So it was a good thing, and it didn't bother me because I had to clean house. I had to get stuff out of here.
There you go.
It was good. It was good. Like I said, having a fantastic month, probably the best. I think this month's going to be better than Christmas, for December. So it was good. All right. What do we got?
All right. So now we're going to talk titles. Look, I don't care if you're Macy's or Target or Nike or 579 or Betty Sue in Iowa. You should do 2 things always the same, no matter how big or small you are. Have good pictures and a good title. Yep. And I am horrified in the group that I lead, that I teach, some of the titles and pictures I see. And so today we're talking titles because a title will make or break. Because let me tell you, I would guess at least 50% of your customers never get past the title. So they see the first picture, they read your title. So you better come correct and accurate and give everything you need in that title. And I usually prep everything for the show, and I gave Mom homework because I was busy yesterday, and she did very well. So
yes, I was sitting there and I was sitting TV last night and digging up some good ones for us to take a look at.
So a couple quick questions about your sale, but I can answer them. Stacy said, did you raise any of your prices first? And no, you didn't. You just threw the sale up there. And you said you started with 700 plus items. How many did you wind up with? So how many things did you sell in that week, give or take?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me real quick here. I think we're averaging between 10 and 15 packages a day.
There you go.
Times 7. We did it for 7 days, guys. So
that's almost 100 packages, give or take.
Yep, give or take.
And yeah, Stacy, she left best offer on too, because it's people who take best offer on and put it back. It's just a waste of your time. It's still there, no big deal. People will still make you crappy offers. You just deal them as they come. But yeah, don't waste your time taking it off then putting it back. Just run your sales. Everything in my store is 33% off this week. So you want a deal? All my stuff's a third off this week.
Right, and we did get some people still even giving us offers at 50% off. There was a couple that I countered back with, but on the whole, I thought I was being very fair at 50% off. And we took a few of the lower bids just because if it was old, especially, then I let it go. Goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I did not lose on every item I sold. I did not lose any money. I still made money at 50% off. So don't be afraid to give it a whirl.
Yeah, so just a little tease. I'm having a webinar coming up in a little under 3 weeks. It'll be a free one this time. But I'm going to talk about selling things at a much discounted rate and still making a good amount of money. So keep your eyes peeled for the sign up for that webinar. All right, let's talk titles. And so like I was saying, I am shocked that the people who follow me and listen to me and all my lifeguards and to my mom who still write bad titles. Now, I see things get better, and I realize some people are new to the group and they're still learning, but there are just tons of bad titles on eBay. So you can stand out from the crowd by having a good pictures, at least a good first picture, and B, a good title that flows, that reads properly, and that has all the information. Now, for your new eBayers, back in the day when I was a youngin' on eBay, we only got 55 characters, and nowadays we get 80. So when you're writing your 80 character title, think about when you had to figure out what you could fit into 55. That was tricky because some things really, really demand the 80.
Right. They do.
Now, you should always get to the 80, but some things you get to the 80 with no problem.
Yeah. It's amazing to me how many I see that aren't even close to their 80. There's plenty of things you can say about an item other than 4 words,
Yep. All right. So Mom brought up a bunch of bad ones. So basically I'm going to show you guys, tell me what's wrong, and we'll discuss it because most of these are pretty easy. Some will be a little trickier, but most are pretty easy. So let's start off with this rousing title of Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt, size XL. Okay. Well, how is that standing out in a crowded room of Tommy Bahamas? And right now on eBay, if you need a Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt XL, let me tell you how many there are. You ready? There are 3,842. And what's going to make this one stand out? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. I hope there's nobody in our group.
And let me tell you, if it is someone in our group, I'm sorry, but you need some help, and we'll be happy to help you.
I wouldn't know if they were or were not, so I just picked up what I saw.
So I already see a great, latest Grace says, use the word aloha, and that's a great thing. For those of you who don't know, who don't wear Hawaiian shirts or who've never traveled to Hawaii, Hawaiian shirts in Hawaii are not called Hawaiian shirts. They are called what, Ma?
Aloha shirts.
Aloha shirts, and it's Aloha Shirt Friday at every business in Hawaii. If you don't wear it all week long, you definitely wear them on Fridays. And Mom and me send a lot of Hawaiian shirts back to Hawaii. So you want to hook your Hawaiian customers too. You can take out the word size. I only use size when I'm doing a size that's a number, like shoes or European. I feel it reads better if it says size like 85.
Right.
or size 10 and a half. But if you're doing extra large, large, small, medium, that's the size we get it. Don't waste space.
Because you're just, you're wasting the letters. Plus, the person doesn't describe the shirt at all. What's on the shirt?
And as you can see, this is their opening picture, just the label. All right. Well, you know.
I know.
And I get what they've done. They've put something very long in there to make the sleeves stand out, but it looks kind of odd.
It does.
Because also these drapes are they almost look striped the way they're gathered. So it's really throwing the eye off here.
Yeah, not good.
No, but I mean, it's a very pretty shirt, definitely floral. And some people were saying gender. You typically don't need gender because if you're a man, you're looking in the men's clothing, which, as you can see, this is in men's clothing. If you're women, same thing. But if you get to the end of your title and you have space, then absolutely throw the gender in.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. So that's our first one. Good job, Ma.
Okay.
All right. So, audience, Mom's going to explain to you what's wrong in this title, but before she does, let's see what you come up with. I will mention the picture. It's a white or cream shirt. Don't put it on a white background.
Right.
Oh, crazy feedback.
First off,
whoa.
Are we getting bad feedback here?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Hang on, switching to headphones.
Yep. Okay.
All right, say something.
Okay. Better?
Now
yes?
you got to put them on too.
I got to put them on too? Oh, because I don't hear anything here. Are you sure?
Yeah, well, I'm hearing myself twice.
Oh, okay. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. Let me get this. Okay.
All right. So, yes, I see everybody saying the right thing. No all caps.
Yep. Do they have it, honey?
Yep. Take out the commas.
Yep. Take out all the commas. You do not need to capitalize Cleveland Indians in all caps. Just the first one, and each one is fine for that. If you need more room, vintage can be VTG as well.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah.
Whoa. When did rain spooners get made in Japan? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I know. I mean, it's a great shirt, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, look, we're not talking about this right now, but they should have sold this shirt for at least $100. They did auction, and it ended at 51, and it's worth more than that.
Yeah, because that was really a nice shirt. But yeah, when I saw all the commas, I said, "Oh, brother!" And plus, all he needed was the space. He didn't have to use the commas. You know, yeah.
Yep. So good job, Mom. Find this. Good job, everyone watching, because you guys, you're getting it. You guys, you got it all. Black background, absolutely. Get rid of the commas, the caps, all that stuff is makes it look bad. Now, look, here's what I point to when people try and argue with me about all caps and this and that. Go read the Wall Street Journal. Go read USA Today. Go read Vanity Fair. Do they write in all caps? No. Do they add extra commas? No. You should write how the things you read are written, which is the proper way. You should not write like you're texting.
Jason, I think, is there one exception to the rule when you do a Coogee shirt? There's should be all caps because that's how they are.
Well, yeah, sometimes brands and or artists have all caps or all lowercase. So if I'm selling a Katie Lang thing, she writes her name all lowercase. So just to make it look exactly like she has it look, I will absolutely write it. So in that instance, yeah, I would.
Yep. Okay. Because that's what I've done when I have those.
eBay used to be small e, big B, small a, small y. So I used to write it that way too. And it would actually autocorrect it that way. Obviously, it's just all lowercase nowadays. But yeah. So if it's a special brand, absolutely. All right, now we have Lily Pulitzer dress, size 6, squiggly line, very pretty, exclamation point. Oh, wait, Lily Pulitzer dress, comma, size 6, squiggly line, very pretty, exclamation point.
Yeah, and the way it's hanging on the hanger.
It just doesn't look. What? Okay, we got a lot of ladies watching today. Does this entice you to buy this dress? No.
and another thing too, everyone. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ma.
I was going to say, go online, go and Google Lily Pulitzer patterns and look up the pattern name because that is very helpful when you go to sell these. I always do my homework. It does take some time, but I've gone through the patterns until I find the one I'm going to sell. But, here this person, just a dress.
Yeah, because Lily, what do you call the purses? Vera Bradley.
Vera
All
Bradley's.
the patterns have names.
Yep.
And it's just like this. Last night I was at a Skechers store and I saw a pair of Skechers I really wanted. They didn't have my size, but she was nice enough to write down everything for me. So when I'm hunting, I'm going to hunt by style, number, and color. So if you're selling it, for me to find it to give you money, I need to know those two things.
Oh,
and
yeah,
write
nice.
those two things.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that when you can put down a style name or a style number, yeah, always do it. When I sell records, especially older ones, collectors are looking for the specific release. A lot of records got released 1,000 times on different labels even. And so the number on the spine usually can be a 4 to 6 digit number. That's going to be needed in the title because people want to know, is it this version of Beatles A Hard Day's Night or is it this version? And that's what separates the two. So you got to know what to give your customers so they can find your product and give you money.
Right.
All right. So speaking of Lily Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Lily Pulitzer dressed small, all lowercase.
Laying on the floor. I mean, I know some of us don't have the opportunity maybe to use mannequins, but at least hang it up.
I think it's a bed.
Yeah, is it? You're laying on the bed?
Yeah.
And again, no pattern, no pattern name. Let's capitalize the letter of first letter of each word. And give us a little more about it. Is it flowers? Is it horses? I mean, let's have a little more description. Even put the color in. If you're getting limited in what you need to list, get the color in there. So fill up your 80 characters.
I'd even put because you'd be kind of stretching because you need some more space, need some more words to fill the space. Maybe cap sleeve, Right.
Also, as I look at that label, Jason, I think this is an older one, and I think it's more a vintage pattern here, and they're not even.
Rosina said the older ones didn't have pattern names, so if that's the case, then
okay.
Describe what you see. This ain't cutting it because, like we just did the example of Tommy Bahama. Let's see how many Lily Pulitzer dresses size small are on eBay currently for sale, and then it'll show you that this will not stand out in that crowd because it's currently 2,035.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. See, so you're at a loss already. Yep.
All right. So, and somebody noticed economy shipping $10.28 for a dress.
I know.
That probably weighs under a pound. It'll ship for about $4.
Right. I know. That was the other thing. I'm glad they saw that.
All right. Now, this one made me laugh for many reasons. Look at this amazing title, ladies and gentlemen. It's not one word. It's 2 words. Tiki mug. Whoa. Hey, but here's the kicker. You ready? You ready for the kicker? This ain't a mug. It's only 2 inches tall. It's a little tiny shot glass that I think actually held toothpicks.
I think you're right, Jane. I thought it was a toothpick holder because I have one like that. So
a mug is this size, not little tiny 2-inch size.
Right.
But even though it does say 2 inch in the description, if you don't read that and you get this thinking it's a full size mug, you're going to be pissed.
Right. I mean, he doesn't have Hawaiian. He doesn't have Polynesian. I mean, there's so much more he could have added.
The name of that tiki is Ku.
Ku, right? Ku.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you've written a title and it's only 2 words long, you need help.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a shame because, I hate to see sellers waste their energy if they're not going to do it correctly.
Yeah.
Or at least get some help. Come find us, you people. You need help. We'll help you.
And I get it. Some people are just selling some excess crap around their house. They're not going to be a big time seller like Mom and me. But if you're going to sell, at least learn the basics and how to get the most for your money. Because if you don't care, then just donate it or throw it away.
Right. But I when I saw the one with 2 words, I said, "Oh well, we have to have this one."
Okay, we have stepped up from 2 words to 3.
Oh Lord!
And it's not even mug; it's mugs.
Mugs, yeah. And plus, those of you watching, if you look really close at those mugs, do you see a name on one of them? How come it's not in your title?
Yeah, so we actually have 3 different mugs here. We have 3 Tiki Leilanis, 2 on the bottom and then 1 on the top. And even these Leilanis are a little different. And this one doesn't have a name, but it has a number. It's like R8-87A. And then this is a Ku. So you have a lot of 5 Tiki mugs. They're made by Orchids of Hawaii.
Right.
Yep. And we have 3 different mugs here. So you should have no problem filling your title, and yet we have 3 words.
Right. Especially the maker. That's people go look for
And
that.
oh my
under
God, how do
that.
I figure out what the maker or the style numbers are? It's written in your picture. Just look at your picture. Orchids of Hawaii R76.
Yep.
Even import from Taiwan. I mean,
Uh-huh.
this ma is what drives me the nuttiest. When you have the words in front of you, either on a tag or on the bottom, and you don't spell them right or put them in the titles, it's crazy that you'll never be found. Now, this is a very boring lot. These mugs are very common, but I've been selling a lot of common mugs lately, and there is a way to market them. This ain't it.
Yep.
This is not it.
Yeah, I mean, especially when so much of the information was right there in front of him,
But their pictures aren't bad. I like this. I like this pyramid. That's better than a straight line. They use a ruler to show the height. They got all the bottoms, all the tops. So that part they're doing really good. They just need
a better title.
to work on their titles.
Yep. What was the shipping expense on this one?
$18.75, which for 5 mugs, once you get them wrapped up, you could probably do it a little cheaper on FedEx Smart Post, but not everyone knows that. So
no, but those 5 would fit in a medium flat rate. I think, Jason.
Maybe, but once you get
well wrapped,
three things of bubble on each one, it might be a little tough. So I don't hate on that one so much.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Ma. Let's see. We'll wait till the chat catches up.
Yeah.
Let this title tell me what's going on here.
Yeah. Let's see what the group has to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one made me laugh. And Mom even said notes with this one.
Did I do good with this one?
Yep. Holy caps is in the chat. But there's even something more. There's even something worse before the caps part of it.
Mm-hmm. I think, anyways.
Commas, yeah.
What else did they say?
Yes, thank you, Debbie Parker. Just released in 2014. Why the hell is that your lead words?
No, shouldn't
this
be.
is a big time mug seller, and I can't have it but notice they're not a top rated seller, and they do like I do. They use the same background for all their pictures, so I know when I see this, that's the same guy. When people see mine, they know the same guy. So he sells mugs. He knows mugs. But this all caps just released in 2014. The new Goof. No, started with Goof. Goof is the name of this mug. It's the top point of a tiki restaurant in San Diego. It's still there. That's the Goof. And move on from there.
Right. And if he's such a big time seller, Jason, why is he using commas?
I don't know. Because let me tell you. Commas and slashes and everything else, it actually screws up search, and I should have saved it. I was looking for something the other day, and it didn't come up, even though I knew it was there. And when I finally found it, they had done slashes. So they had green / blue with no spaces. So it all became one big word, so search wouldn't bring it up for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you hurt yourself when you use all this punctuation that is needed. Now, all that being said, if you're typing a word that has an apostrophe or a statement that has a comma or, Wham, when Wham first started, they were Wham UK ! I would absolutely write it that way because that's how they were, called.
Right.
So when it is called for, absolutely use it.
When you use the word T-shirt, do you hyphenate it?
Well, we're gonna get to that, so don't jump ahead.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Oops.
Don't worry. We got a T-shirt coming up. Don't you worry, Mama.
All right, my dear.
Okay. There is 2 crazy things going on here.
Yeah, couple things why I did this one.
Yeah. Let's see if now I know we probably have no tiki fiends like Mom and I are in the chat, but you guys have been hanging around us long enough. You should know tiki a little bit. Anyone see a glaring error in this title? And you should if you've hung around us for any amount of time and have really been paying attention to the tiki stuff, which we've had a lot of great tiki in the group lately.
Oh yes, the finds have been phenomenal. I'm so jealous.
All right, so you guys are dancing around it. Tiki used twice. That's okay in this instant, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, you don't need to use. Yeah, you don't normally need to use words twice, but in this instance, you will. Okay, all things collectible is very close. Is this 60s?
No.
Okay, everyone who says you don't need 2 tikis, yeah, you do it. I'm going to explain that in a minute.
Yeah, we will.
Hey, let's look at the description. It's one word. Nice.
Yes, that was the other thing. That was why I pulled that one up
Nice.
too.
Okay, here's the deal. This is a mug from the 60s. However, this
Right.
is a modern, crappy version of it. So it is not vintage. So that's one strike. So it's not from the 60s. That's two strikes. And Tiki Farm is the biggest mug producer in the country. If we go back to the goof was made by Tiki Farm. And
Right.
if you look at the bottom, it says Tiki Farm. This mug was not made by Tiki Farm. So we have keyword spamming, we have the wrong era, and we have the wrong description term of vintage. Now,
Right. And he doesn't show
yeah,
the bottom of his mug. He doesn't show the bottom.
yeah, repro would be a good word.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with a company that has the word of your item in it, I would still use Tiki more than once because it reads so much better. So, for instance, this should have said the Goof Tiki mug from Tiki Farm or whatever.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will search two words that, and you can, we'll talk about searches one day. You can search to make sure that Tiki and Farm are next to each other. So if you leave one Tiki out, you might screw up some people's searches. So when the brand has the word in it, I feel it's just fine to use the same word twice.
All right. Jason, go back to the goof one more time there, honey. I wanted to bring one other point up. In the title, you don't have to say from the Bally High. You just say Bally High.
Yeah, especially with Tiki Mug collectors. We all know the goof. We all know the Bally High. Using those keywords, Bally High. I would actually put Bally High Restaurant, San Diego, the goof, Tiki Farm. See, Tiki Farm is not even the title. And the year. The year is good because some mugs get re-released. And so the year in this instance for these kind of things is a good thing to have in the title.
Yep. Good.
Speaking of Tiki Farm, here's another one. Except there's one glaring error, which you guys won't know. Well, you should. You could. Every mug, if you haven't realized by now, every mug has a name.
Right. That's why I pulled this one up, Jason. No name.
Now, yes. Now, they're not all nice and have them written on the bottom like the Leilani. The goof doesn't say the goof anywhere. So you'd have to do some research. But let me show you what the back of this mug looks like. Oh, it says the name on the back. It says Grog. That's the name of this mug. Why is that not in the title? So anytime you're selling a product like Tiki mugs or other collectibles that maybe have a name to each one, find that name. That's how you sell the mug.
Right.
Now, Doug
again, he's got all caps.
Doug Horn is a friend of ours and a great artist, but he's also known by his artist name, which is Swamp Fire Lounge. So with a little research, you should find that out too. And so you should have Doug Horn and you should have Grog and you should have Swamp Fire Lounge in your title. So it gets down to do your research or reach out to a friend maybe who knows when you don't.
Jason, does he show the bottom of that mug? I couldn't remember. He did. Okay. Couldn't remember. Okay.
So I would say this person was halfway there.
Yeah.
They got the year, they got the Tiki Farm, the Doug Horn. That was all written for him. So you think, okay, they got it. But man, could the Grog be any bigger?
I know, especially that. I mean, the name alone is what people might be, having keyed in.
And then I found this one today. Okay, so this is close. Frankie's Tiki Room, where I just was. Mug. Okay, that's fine. We took the Tiki out of the mug. Blue and black color. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. Big Toe. Big Toe's the guy who designed this mug. Las Vegas. Great keywords because that's where Tiki Frankie's is.
Oh, yeah.
They use farm by itself. Okay, that's great. They use retired because this color is retired. So it started out as green, went to blue, and now it's white. So that you seem to think they have a grasp on it. This mug is called the Lava Lech. So they knew every other aspect of it except the title of the mug. So when people search for the Lava Lech mug from Frankie's, this listing will not come up.
Right.
And look, they have Lava Lech in the description.
Oh,
that needs to be in your title.
Why didn't they do that? Wow.
I don't know. That needs to be in your title.
Yep.
All right. Now, Mom, you sent me like 4 of these examples. I think these are all bootleg mugs. So I think maybe their titles were sparse on purpose, maybe.
Okay. Because I think are they all the same seller? I think they were. But they were just so barren.
So Tolkien fan says, but I'm saying is you wouldn't know to research that if you weren't familiar with Tiki mugs. Right, Tolkien. But if you're selling something outside your comfort zone, you should research it before you sell it. Just to put Tiki mug I mean, everything can be just called the basic. If I'm selling my iPad, I'm not just putting an iPad. I am going to figure out what model it is, what size
Right.
it is. With any product you sell, there is more to it than the basic word of shirt, jeans, mug, you know. So this one was a good example, except you gave me 4, but I think they're bootlegs because they do not
Okay.
seem to be legit mugs. This is from the TV show Sherlock, about
Right.
Sherlock Holmes,
Uh-huh.
starring Benedict Cumberbatch. So if this was a legit product, even though the show is called Sherlock, you should have Holmes in there too. You should
Right.
have Benedict Cumberbatch, all those
And
things.
what, Jason, wouldn't you say TV series or something about TV?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But they also had DC comic stuff. They had
Oh,
Marvel. So I think these are bootlegs. So we'll
okay.
move on from that.
Yep.
But a
That's
good
fine. That's
example.
fine. Good to know.
Okay. So on with doing your research, know how to spell words. Is anyone shocked to find out that on eBay right now there are 34 necklaces spelled this way?
Oh my.
NECK space LESS. Necklace.
I didn't notice that.
So, and that's been that way forever. And back in the day
Wow.
before autocorrect, there used to be hundreds, Ma. But I am still shocked with autocorrect. There are still necklaces.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that something?
Yep. So obviously spell correctly, but here's a little tip from Uncle Jay. If you are in tune with necklaces, you could probably find some good ones in the necklace department to flip them.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that Larimar necklace right there, depending on how big the big stone is, Larimar sells for very good money. And if
Yeah.
it's set in sterling silver, is that a buy it now for $19.99? That's one hell of a buy, everybody. If I have some Larimar pieces, and I know what they go for, so that sounds like a
All
good buy
right, so
to
that's
me.
34 necklace.
I love it.
All right, you ready? How do you spell Hawaiian?
HAWAIIAN.
Now, if you spell it HAWAIIN, there are 622 shirts misspelled, and there's about 20 other ways you can misspell the word Hawaiian. I was looking them up
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh my God.
So obviously, please pay attention to your spelling. Look for the red squiggly lines.
Yep.
But again, if you're apt to find things to flip right off of eBay, this is a good way to find them. Look how many misspellings of Hawaiian shirt that'll never show up in a Hawaiian shirt search.
Right. My goodness.
Yep.
But I know you have found some good deals that way too.
Oh
Jay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they don't get the traffic.
And then I found this Cleveland Indians kids t-shirt. Now there's many things missing. Their shirt says "Let's Go Tribe." Hey, put that in your title.
Right.
It's Jacobs Field behind the player. And
Mhm.
I'm guessing this player is somebody specific that we could probably figure out with some research, but none of that's in the title.
It looks like Michael Brantley to your mother.
Okay.
Because I know Mike. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's him. That's Michael Brantley.
So again, fill your words up. And then along the same lines, here's a Sailor Jerry t-shirt. And it has his saying right on the shirt. My work speaks for itself. That would be
And
a great part of your title because that's
Right.
his famous quote.
And
Sailor Jerry's-
what is Sailor Jerry? They don't tell you what it is. It's a rum.
Well, not here. This is just
No,
for just
I know,
for,
but wouldn't you put rum somewhere in the title?
not on this one
because-
because this is just
No?
for Sailor Jerry himself.
Well, but it's a T-shirt. But you wouldn't say rum, Chase?
Nah.
No. Okay.
No,
'Cause I would. I would put
this
rum.
is just for the man himself, but also Anchor would be
Oh.
a good one.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
And then last but not least, make sure you get your good words closer to the front.
Okay, that's mom's.
you notice right away. Why is
That's
Jimi Hendrix so far down your line?
Oh yeah. Well, I started out. I was rushing. This was one I just finished before we went on the air, and I was rushing.
I caught it right before.
Yeah, they'll put Jimmy up closer, huh? Yeah, I'll go back and change
Yeah.
that.
So since Jimmy's this was the cover from Cream magazine, which was a great
Yeah.
rock magazine back in the day. So I would put Jimi Hendrix Cream magazine. Lead with a
Okay.
big thing is Jimmy's picture.
Okay, and then you see, I did hyphenate T-shirts. So what do you want to say about that?
Yeah. So this one had T-shirt TEE, and that's fine. And they somewhat search the same way, just aesthetically pleasing to me and to most people. It is capital T dash shirt.
Okay. Do you do your hyphen, Jason, or does it make? Well, it doesn't
Yeah,
make any
I do.
difference because
It doesn't truly. I think it
Right.
looks better with a hyphen, but
So
when
do
you
I.
need one more space in your title, get rid of it.
yeah. But then you put T-shirt together.
Yeah.
Because-
So if I
yeah.
need one extra space, I put capital T-shirt.
Okay, got it. All right.
I was wondering if you were going to catch it. It was your listing.
I was gonna say, I just did a shirt like that, and I didn't look at myself over there just to see what I had. All right, I won't go
got
back.
you, Ma.
Yeah, you did. Well, that's all right. No, that's good. Hey, that's why I'm here to learn too. Absolutely.
Okay, then we have one little segment separating the two halves of our show, and the segment is called Mama's Boy, where I show you a picture of usually me as a younger kid. And oops, I gotta stop doing that. And this week's comes with a little story. So let me get that picture up here. So those of you who only know me now, here's how I used to look. This is me at the Great Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio, right outside of where I grew up. And here's a little clearer picture of me. Maybe. Hello, there we go. Got my sweet little Snoopy Joe Cool t-shirt on, riding the motorcycle. Look at all my hair.
And he had so much when he was younger, everybody. Just blows me away that he's lost so much.
All right, so there's my prop. I wanted to share this picture. I said, Mom, I need pictures from the fair. I need specifically from the fair. So when I was about 10 years old, I decided to enter into the fair, some things Dad and I made together. So there, I don't know if you've never been to a county fair, you can enter homemade pies, your pig. You can make things. Then it's entered in by age category. So obviously a 10-year-old is not going to be judged the same as like an 18-year-old art student. And so you can enter anything you want. So my dad and I, we built some stuff. The first thing we built was we did a whole diorama of Army men. We took all my uncle's vintage Army men, and we made a whole battle scene on a big piece of wood, anchored all the Army men to the wood, and entered in the fair. Second thing was, I was only 10, but I've been traveling since I was 4. So I had a collection of keychains from everywhere I traveled. And Dad and I built a piece of wood, kind of on a little bit of an angle. We drilled 2 holes. We hung all the keychains, spaced them out very nice, connected them to the board. And so there's this nice display of travel keychains. So, you enter your stuff, and you don't know if you won anything until you actually get to the fair. You enter like a week or 2 before the fair. And then it's in a building with all your other stuff, and then by age. So we go to that building, and I look at my 2 things, and I don't even get a participation trophy. Nothing. I'm 10 years old. I do all this work. My sister takes a doll she got as a present and enters that and gets a first place ribbon.
I knew where you were going once you started.
At 10, I realized this is bullshit. I built things, and my sister took a Madame Alexander doll she got as a present and just turned it in and got a first place ribbon. So at 34 years later at Savers, I finally bought myself a first place ribbon. And since I entered 2 things, I got 2.
Oh, I like it, honey. Oh my God.
It took all these years later. Stupid fair.
I know. I mean, we were shocked too. I mean, we did all this hard work, you and Dad, and I think you did. Did you get a white ribbon though?
No, I got nothing.
No,
I got
nothing.
Okay.
All right. Oh my God. And then all Jenny does is bring the doll from her collection.
Yeah. My sister blows the dust off and drops it in and gets a first place ribbon.
You finally made it, honey. Are you happy now?
When I found those the other day, I started laughing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to tell that story.
Oh yeah, because that triggered it right away, didn't it? Oh, I love it. I love it.
All right. There we go. Speech. Yeah. Here's my speech. Screw you, Burton Fair. There you go. There's my speech.
No.
I love the Burton Fair. I miss it. All right. We've been off for a little while, so let's get some mom's scores up here. She's got all kinds of fun stuff. And one, or many, is because of Nadine, who's in the chat.
Yes. I've kind of grouped those all together.
Yeah.
You don't have to show
get these right up here.
We don't have to.
I'll keep through here. So there you go.
Okay. But if you saw, I've joined Jason and Nadine on their a couple of their thrift hauls, and on one of the thrift hauls, I showed where I found 3 bagfuls. No, ended up being 1 bag full of yarn, but I had 115 skeins, however you want to say it, of yarn. So of course, Nadine helped me out quite a bit, and I thank her so much. And it's been selling. So I'm really excited about that.
All right, yeah. So you got 15 here.
Mm-hmm.
Only 5 here.
Yeah. So
but then 40 here.
Oh yeah, and the prices that you're seeing is what they've been selling for. So those sold for the $40.
Come on, move.
And yeah.
And 15 here. So, and they're easy to ship.
Mm-hmm. So in the 5 here that I showed you, Jess, I think I gave you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, actually 4. No. That was about $100 profit there on these. And then I've sold 3 other lots. So I didn't show everything, but so I'm pushing about $150, $200 somewhere in there. On the whole bag of 115 skeins, it cost me $5, everybody. So it's been really great. And of course, I'm on the lookout now, Nadine, for those better names that you mentioned, but I'm thrilled to death, what I've been selling here, because it's just been easy money. Of course, I got it for a song, so you can't hate that. Now I'm mad that I didn't take the pieces and parts, because Nadine says you should also take used rolls, and I didn't.
Don't give away the little. Nadine's got a video coming out.
I forgot.
Don't tell the ending of the movie. Sheesh.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So Nadine's putting together basically how to buy and sell yarn video. So stay tuned for that. We got about a third of it done. We're going to work on the rest of the 2/3. So, all right, let's get out of yarn and get back into your buyers carolers stuff.
Yeah, I had shown these on the haul. Remember, I have shown you carolers. I had shown you accessories. Then I showed you the backdrops, and I just sold this one here not too long ago for full asking price, and that was $80, you guys. So, and I didn't even pay that much for it when it was new. I think it was more like a $50 item at the time. So the backdrops are still selling very well. So, be on the lookout. There's the sweet shop. There's the London Village. There's a candy store, toy store. There's quite a few. And usually they have the buyer's label on the back. I sold the second bunch of these. We had done one, and then a few days later, I sold the second batch. We picked those up, I think, for 10 cents a piece at some dirty, grungy basement house. Oh God, it was terrible.
Dirty, grungy basement.
Oh yeah, it was bad. And soap. This blew us away. I think is there any way to see, Jason, when I listed this? This has been up forever, you guys.
I can't see that, but you could.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I can see where in the heck it might be. Now, I don't see a date right out real quick here, but I think it's close to 2 years, and all of a sudden, cha-ching, and I got the full price that I've been asking. So never say never. Sooner or later, they seem to go. And I was very thrilled about this tea set. And the Star Wars sheets, and we've all talked about linens and sheets, and this was a vintage one that I bought for $1, had it up for the 25, but the $20 looked good to me for a $1 investment. And you say, Jason, I saw what you showed on your video about being able to film, take pictures of sheets. It's hard to do. This is not an easy one to do. We've come up with just hanging them in front of the doorway. I liked your idea about, spreading them out down below and shooting from above. That was a great shot. But
by the way, I need to go back and bust you one more time today, Mother.
Oh, well, don't bust me. Your father takes the pictures, not me.
No, not about pictures.
Oh, title?
Yeah, you misspelled a word, Miss. We're doing a show on how to do good titles. Variegated is misspelled.
Are you sure? Because I thought I looked that one up.
I am 100% positive. You have an extra E in there.
Are you sure?
Here, watch. I will look it up.
Okay. All right, look it up.
No results found because it's misspelled.
Boo.
Because let me tell you, Ma, when you sent me your list, you spelled it correctly.
Oh, yeah.
So I was searching for that word correctly. So, ladies and gentlemen, your teacher today has misspelled her own title. But we all do it. We all do, but I got you, Ma. I got you.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, I went into spelling to check on that. Apparently, I even copied it wrong. This is a vintage. This is a nice old timer, and this did go back to Hawaii. Everybody, I know Jason had one the other day, but a vintage Hilo Hattie in the early polyester material. You can see by the older tag that's on there as well. Beautiful print. I mean, just lovely. And I was always excited to see it go back to Hawaii, where it came from.
Somebody was asking why it says the word bib in this title.
Bib. Sheet. Oh, that was marked on the sheet.
Oh, really?
Jason. Yeah. So I just copied what I saw on the sheet. Mm-hmm.
And it was with 2 B's at the end, or did you misspell something else?
Well, I don't know, and I don't have the sheet in front of me anymore. So
busting you, mommy.
I'm not sure. This bag I bought at another grungy house sale. I mean, it was just, one of those you walk in, just stuff piled everywhere and dirty and whatnot. And I bought it for a whole $1, and it hadn't been listed all that long, but I was happy with $17 for a $1 investment.
So I'm going to sidetrack real quick for a question in the chat. Shelly Robbins says that the Hilo Hattie mug has been listed a long time at $20, free shipping. Is that too much? Shelly, the thing with those mugs are you get them free when you spend like $50 at the store. So they're not something that, I mean, you could buy them, but mostly they're given out free. They give out free towels, free mugs, free shell necklaces. So whereas they used to sell, I don't pick them up anymore because they're not worth it. The people who want them got it for free. So
yeah, they're not.
Oh, Bib is the brand name with 2 B's.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah. I knew I saw it on the sheet. That's why I put it in there. Thank you. Whoever.
Did you talk about this person? Oh yeah, Grungy Basement. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, okay. Grungy Basement. Yep. Oh, now this was going to be part of my haul, but it sold that quick. This was your dad's purchase. We were in a little consignment store, and it was 25 marked down to 18. And Dad asked if they would take 10, which they didn't, and they came back with 15. So he wanted to buy it because it was new with tag. And I put up for the 15. We got the offer at the 33, and I looked at your father and said, well, what do you want to do? This was your investment. He said, sell it. So we still made money. I mean, we bought it for 15, but we sold it for 33.
That's not bad.
And it's just a matter of days. I mean, it went really quick. So,
Somebody wants to know if you washed this purse.
I did not. Because it was brand new, and I didn't want to wash it. No. Yep. I had shown these on the haul. Dad had picked up a couple of bats at a house estate sale that we went to, and we paid $3 for that one, which is a wood bat. And look for Louisville sluggers and research them when you're going to purchase them. Most Louisville sluggers bring some good money. But you got to do your research, and we do it right there at the house sale. We look up and see what we can see. The next one got us a really good return.
Nice.
This particular one we had it up for 70. We got the offer of 60, and we sold it. So for a $6 investment, guys, on the 2 bats, we sold 2 bats for $78. So that was a real nice return.
Tell your photographer to quit taking red things on red backgrounds.
I have many times. I don't know what else to do.
Go upstairs and hide the red background.
Yeah, where Jason? I need the piece of wood to paint my head.
Oh yeah. And I should have had this for you. Yeah, I bought this at a thrift store. Bang head here.
Bang, I'm banging. I've tried, folks. I have tried, and I keep telling them that. And
listen to your son.
I know. I've told him.
All right, one more score. The mom's got a few things for a haul, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, I bought those for $1, and turn them around quickly. So for $20, as it's sold, and be on the lookout for those, everybody, because there was just a few listed, but they sell really well. So if you do come across the playing cards, don't hesitate. If they're cheap enough, don't go over $5. That's for sure. And
if you want to dig a little deeper, you could figure out who these girls are.
Probably.
Yeah. So, with a group like, hey, the thrifting board, where there's about to be 21,000 members, someone will know, oh, that's, Susie Knoof from 1972 October. So, she may be sought after as opposed to just Playboy. Like, that's the girl. Like, one of my favorites from the old days was Candy Loving. And so if I saw Candy Loving things, I'd be like, oh, it would make me stop more than just a Playboy thing.
Right. Of course. And then my photographer, he took pictures of the nude cards. And I said, I don't think I can show those.
No, but here's what you do. And here's a little tip. I was going to ask you about seeing the cards.
Yeah, because he did have them in there. Right. Don't you have to cover over?
Yeah. Just take these little Post-its and put it over the naughty bits. Just cut a little piece of Post-it, and then you can put the cards up. So everyone gets the idea what they are, but it'll give you more pictures.
Okay. Because we did have them, but I said, well, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't do that. So I had to be careful. Okay.
All right. Mom's got a few things to show her haul. Then I'm out here.
Yeah. Not a whole heck of a lot. And speaking of
snow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you guys, I'll be lucky if I get out of my driveway. Okay. This is a mug I bought personally for myself, Jason. Why did Mom buy it for herself?
Tattoo on your leg or your necklace?
Yeah, my tattoo. Both.
Yeah.
So this is my favorite. It's my favorite Hawaiian flower. It's called the plumeria. I know there's some hibiscuses on there, but the yellow one is the plumeria, which is my favorite Hawaiian flower of all time. And I bought that actually for myself for a whole 50 cents. And I bought this cow mug because cows do sell And this was also 50 cents. And it's called, I looked up this brand. It's West Elm. Let me see here. Here we go. It says Heifer. And I think I can get around 15 bucks on this mug. So for 50 cents.
Funky handle too. I like the handle.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that different? Yeah, a little bit there on the square handle. But cows are big with a lot of people. So now today at the little flea market that we went to after we got out of our driveway in the blizzard, Dad picked up this phone, an old push button, big numbers. Nice. Yeah. So a whole buck. We had to find our own cord because she had no cords. But I think we can get this around $20, $25 on that telephone.
I like that phone.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you these, Jason, or anybody else in the chat room. What are these?
I know they're.
Uh-huh.
They're Frisbees.
Yes, they are.
They're
and
flying saucers.
Here's my whole stack that I got at an estate sale yesterday. Okay.
See if anybody in the chat knows.
Yeah, see if anybody in the chat knows before we say what we got here. I got a bunch of different colors.
By the way, Vera says she passed up that mug last week at Goodwill, that cow mug.
Oh, no, it's worth some money.
Paper plate holders. Very good, Stacy. Yep.
Yes. Yep. And they sell, you guys. So definitely be on the lookout for these. I paid $1 for the whole stack, and I'm going to be putting these suckers up for $28.
Nice.
They do sell. So, don't pass those up. I got these just today at that little flea market that we went to. Okay, we'll start with Mickey. They're the little bean bags, but they're all in the space outfits, and they're brand new with tags, Jace.
Oh,
well,
cool.
not brand new, but new. So I have all 5. Now I had to spend a couple of bucks to get these. I paid $2 a piece for these because I tried to talk her down to $8. I couldn't get her to budge on that. But in doing some research, we're going to put these up for $40. So I paid 10, and we're going to list them for 40. So. Nice. Yeah. So
nothing to break. You can just squish them in a.
I know. Don't you just love that?
Love it.
Now, JT, I got to show you this because this is.
Lorna saw that exact phone today.
Oh, you're kidding. How fun.
Lorna passed that phone up today. How weird.
Yeah, I might. That is strange. All right. I have this lovely dress.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bark cloth?
It is bark cloth, honey, but it's not a Hawaiian label. The label is. All it says is, and let's see if we can get this in here really good. Lisa Ann.
Yeah, I've sold those before.
Have you? Okay. What did I end up paying for this? The purple tags were half off, so I paid $4 for it. So, I would think maybe around 30, 35. What do you think?
Yeah, and it definitely, you have a female mannequin?
I did. We do now. I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
We bought one when Target went out of business. So we have
nice. Because that'll look so good on a female mannequin. That'll really help sell it.
All right. This one, we went to a house sale yesterday. Look what Mom found.
Oh, you found my boots I left at home.
Pink go-go boots, brand new, you guys, in the box. I bought them for $2. And excellent condition. And we are going to put these suckers up for around, I think $30 is what where's my little slip here? I lost it. Yeah, around $30 on these, you guys, because they are selling really well. I mean, I was amazed at these soles that were out there, but they're size 9, and which is a good size, being a little bit larger. And if they were a tad larger, I'd save them and use them for a costume. That's for sure.
So wait, back it up. Did you say a Target went out of business?
Yes. No. I'm sorry. Kmart.
Okay.
I apologize.
Even though you said that, I didn't catch it. Somebody said Target went out of business?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was Kmart, one of our super Kmart.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of the dummies for sale, and I needed a full female one. It cost us $40, I think, for a full female. So that wasn't bad. Oh, what are those swizzles?
Yeah, they were in my pocket. I just felt them like,
Oh,
but you can talk about it at a tiki bar.
All right, I think I have 2 more things to show you. I think I'm covering it all. Well, you always say go for the big and the crazy. So here we have.
Wow. Yeah.
This is a lobster by Dandy, Jason.
Amazing.
Yeah, have you sold Dandy before?
Yeah. That head is amazing.
I know. Isn't he great? And I bought him for.
And everyone says price your boots higher. Everyone says that.
Oh, okay. How much? How much? How much? What do you
They
think?
didn't say
50 bucks?
specific, but they said go higher. So
Go like maybe like 50 bucks.
yeah.
Start there. Okay. All right. This guy we paid five. No. Yes, we did. We paid $5 for the lobster. Okay.
So the key to this lobster is you make your granddaughter a star. You need one picture with Aurora sitting next to it to
Okay.
really give it scale.
Oh, all right. Okay. You show
Because
me tomorrow. So
yeah, measurements will be fine, but when you have a huge plush, if you got a small kid nearby,
uh-huh.
throw the kid in
All right.
because it'll really show you how nice and big that plush is.
All right. Well, maybe
And you should have a shot of just a close up of the face because that face is amazing.
yeah, I think Dad did shoot that. Well, I'll do Aurora with that one, and I'll put Willow with this one.
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
I know, especially with Valentine's right around the corner. I got to get this up quickly. This was a whole $1.
Wow,
But this
that's
is
nice.
state
Good
sale.
job.
Yeah, so it's a good, and it's also another dandy, you guys. So you know,
And I will say the last big plush I had holding a heart like that, I had
Mhm.
listed before Thanksgiving, before Valentine's. It didn't sell, and it sold in like July.
Isn't that crazy?
So don't
Yeah.
take it down because what's
No.
going to happen is some guy's going to mess up someplace and have to apologize to his honey, and that's when they'll go to eBay and get a giant plush holding a heart.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I'm pretty
And,
sure that's what happens. I am
yeah.
100% sure that's what happens.
Yeah, Dad says we should only put. Oh no, yeah, he wants us to put it up for $39. We paid $1 for that. When you sell your big plushes, what price range have you been in?
You know, I haven't had any in quite a while. Actually, I have two up right now. We haven't got any nibbles on them. But no, I $100, $75. I've been up there. Yep.
Yeah, because some of them I saw listed were definitely up there in price, but not all of them. And I think that's it, guys.
All right, cool.
I think that's it. Yep, that's it.
Well, thanks for tuning in today. I want you all to think about your titles. I'm sure everyone watching today is a good title writer, but definitely think about it. Think about the order. We didn't say this enough, but put your important words first. Kind of like Mom's Jimi Hendrix. I busted her.
Yeah.
That Jimi Hendrix was way too far down the line because also think of people on an iPhone 4. Their screen is so small when they're looking up stuff, it gets truncated. So you want to make sure you hit them with the keywords that are most important. So even size and shirt and all that stuff, that's not as important because they've just searched for an extra large shirt. So that is not all that important. Right. The Cream magazine, Jimi Hendrix, those are the things that are important. Get those things right in the front. All right. So a little quick housekeeping, then we're out of here. This Thursday on Thrifty Business with J&A is our good friend Mandy Kennett. Mandy is from, she's a friendly neighbor to the north up in Canada. She's coming down. And Mandy is the teddy bear whisperer. So she's going to be live here in the studio. And we're going to be talking teddy bears. We're going to be talking how to clean teddy bears.
Oh, wow.
And all kinds of good teddy bear stuff.
Great.
Other things coming up in the near future is my next webinar is coming up in about 2.5 weeks. So stay tuned for that'll be posted everywhere. And this one's a freebie. So there is no excuses not to tune in. But I am going to teach you how to vend at an event like a flea market or a community garage sale or a specific event for whatever you're selling and how to do it better than your neighbor, because that is the key at an event or even at an antique mall. You've got to look better than your neighbor.
Yep.
You got to draw those people in. There has to be a reason. So that'll be the next webinar. It's coming up February 16th. So stay tuned for that. And those of you who are waiting for the Secret Beach to open, that's being tied to the event on February 16th. So stay tuned. And those of you who are watching in the Secret Beach, don't forget, tomorrow we have our January webinar, how to use spreadsheets to do your physical eBay and Amazon inventory. Although it sounds quite boring, it will be very helpful. And I will show you, like we do on this show, slowly, step by step, how to do it. So
yeah, great. That's important. Very important. Yeah.
And next week is the Super Bowl, obviously. So place your bets. We will not have a show on Sunday. It'll be a busy day for most of the entire country. But we might do a show on Saturday. Mom and I will talk about it the next day or two.
Yeah.
We'll check our calendars and get back with you. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in live today. It was a fun show. And I hope
and also
everyone works on their titles. Yes, Mom.
Yeah. One thing, too, if there's a topic out there that, you would like us to discuss and help you with, please let us know, because we're open to any ideas that we can do to help anyone out there. Okay, so let us know.
Thrifty Business is normal time this Thursday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. So tune in for that.
Great.
And that's it. So for selling past our expiration date, being thrifty over 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg.
And we're gone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.